morning.
From Magic Kingdom.
Is there a better place to say good morning from? We're literally just walking in now. We have had a later start today, which has been nice, but it does mean that we're starving, so I've already ordered some food.
Yeah.
We left the room in jumpers, quickly went back home and got changed into t-shirts, and we got to the bus stop. We had to run because there was a bus there already. We're now in Magic Kingdom. Everything is magical and Christmassy and quite noisy because there's some princesses out, so let's go and have a look at those before we go and get our lunch. Looking at the princesses.
I should be up there.
Well, that was fun. That's what the big crowd is for, walking in. Always nice to see some characters, which has been a bit different this time because, you know, obviously there's no like proper meet and greet, so you're no longer able to kind of just walk around and bump into characters anymore, which is a bit of a shame, but it's nice to still do it modified.
I think that's one thing that I did say is that I have missed like the character meet and greets. Like we don't usually like to go and see like the
ones that talk back.
Yeah, the ones that talk back because it's super awkward for us. But we like going to see like the characters that don't talk.
I suppose they also become photos as well, don't they?
Yes, they do. So we've not really had those, but I think we're going to go and try and see Mickey later because I'm hoping that he's a non-talking Mickey because that can be a bit awkward.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to go and see him. And if he is talking, then I'll just have to deal with it.
Smile and nod. We were lying in bed this morning, getting ready to get up, a bit tired, and he said, you know, is there a better place? Is there a better reason to get up than to have to come to Magic Kingdom today? So it doesn't matter how busy it is. The weather's nice, and the rest of the day is going to be wonderful. But
and whilst I mean, all the parks have their draws and. All parks are special, but this one is just a bit more for me.
Well, I think that, like for example, as soon as you come in the park, there's something going on. Whereas a lot of other parks, you have to enter to get into the kind of the magic, if you like. Whereas Magic Kingdom, it's sort of happening right there in front of you, isn't it?
Yeah,
so, okay, let's go and get some food, shall we? And then we'll check back in a bit. Lunchtime.
Yes, and I've finally got a Gaston cinnamon roll, and I can't wait. I got some extra frosting
because it's not quite
enough. For a bit of context,
I mean, it is absolutely ginormous.
Beautiful. What did you get?
I've got a plant-based bratwurst with tots, and there's the sauerkraut. It is sauerkraut, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
How was your cinnamon thing?
I ate it all.
You did eat it all?
To myself.
That's quite impressive.
You know the garlic bread, the tear and share garlic bread, it's like that, but the cinnamon version with lots of like cinnamony gooiness on top. And sometimes you get like a snack or a dinner that you love so much you just inhale it and it doesn't feel like you've eaten anything. That's currently me. I don't feel like I've eaten anything. Like for instance, after the gingerbread cookie sandwich from Epcot.
There wasn't the sandwich. There was a sandwich.
Yeah. That I was like, I don't feel like I've eaten anything. I'm ready for round 2.
I even saved you some tots for after,
yeah,
so
I did.
To balance it out.
And I ate some tots as well. And yeah, I don't feel like I've eaten anything.
Well, my hot dog was nice. What I quite enjoyed about it was obviously like plant-based sausages. They're a mixed bag, but this one was quite nice because it was sort of like crispy on the outside, which is quite nice. And the bun, it was just a basic sort of hot dog roll, which was really nice. Like the one we had yesterday was like a fancy toasted like roll thing that like fell apart, whereas this is just a good old-fashioned hot dog roll that stayed together, which is all you want from a hot dog roll. Tots were nice and crispy. Sauerkraut was good. Yeah, absolutely fine. It was a good lunch.
It's time to celebrate!
Christmas shoppy. Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas.
I don't think we've seen this before.
No. Is that printed on anything?
Yeah, that print is what my Spirit jersey is.
Okay. Here in the Cardsman stand, they were sold out of all the 50th celebration ornaments, which is a shame.
Look at Winnie! He did the little happy face.
Yes.
There's a whole of Winnie.
Ah.
So this is cute, like you get a Christmas bowl, a spoon,
Whisk.
yep, and some, looks like cookie cutters.
Oh.
And for $40 compared to some of the stuff we've seen, like I feel like that's quite a big,
Yeah, substantial.
like, substantial purchase.
Tough to take home in its nice wrapping. Just preparing for your photo. We got another mistletoe shop.
Yes.
Got to do lots of kissing photographs this holiday.
Yes, Mitchell is no longer allowed to either be in a photo unless he's wearing his sunglasses, because I will post a whole array later of photo passes that Mitchell has ruined with his eyes being closed because he can't seem to keep his bloody eyes open.
It's very bright and sunny, and it's involuntary, so I can't.
But even on a normal photo, when it's just not, we're not on holiday, you still can't. It's like
Just happens.
You've got like Tourette's in your eyeballs.
It happens. But the sunglasses do make for a nice safety net to guarantee the photo turns out fine, and I can close my eyes to my heart's content and not get told
Yes,
off.
I'm going to start asking for photos on my own.
You already have.
That was just that one.
That's not just
Oh,
that
one the other day as well.
There we go.
Well, he'd said he'd had enough photo passes, so I was like, well, fine, I'll have them then.
We're going to get a snack now because it's about 1 o'clock.
Well, you can have a snack.
Well, you had
I shall
enough
not
snack for
be.
the day, yeah. And we need to go and do a bit of buy a few presents from some shops here, don't we?
For me.
Just wanted to really come and take a moment whilst the crowds are a bit lower in front of the castle, just to kind of appreciate the new paint job, the glow up as they might call it. Any pictures?
Oh, yes.
Some nice ones?
I hope so.
Yeah.
It would be better if I had a better phone.
Or
Santa?
a camera. Santa. He's not listening. We've decided to resign and move out here. We're going to go in here to see what magical job Mickey wants to give us. So we packed our bags, selling our flat, and we're moving to Disney. And of course the good thing about selling up, quitting jobs and moving out here and living at Magic Kingdom is that we get to eat at the ice cream parlour every day. So that'd be nice.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon?
We're done in Magic Kingdom now.
Yeah.
It was really nice. It was just, we didn't plan to do anything. We just wanted to have a little walk around, just have a little mooch.
We did a few little rides today.
We did do the People Mover.
People Mover, is that what we did? I feel like we queued for something else. Maybe we queued for food, I don't know. I can't remember.
But we're just walking now. We thought we'd walk across to the Grand Floridian because
Yeah.
we want to go Disney Springs.
Yeah.
So I know that we have to get a bus from a resort So we thought we'll take a nice peaceful walk to the Grand Floridian, get to go and see the gingerbread house again. Yeah. What did you say about this?
We've already seen it. It's true, but that's true.
Well, you've already seen Magic Kingdom. Why do you need to go again?
That's different though.
And then we're going to get a bus to Disney Springs. Yeah. We're going to go to Gideon's.
Definitely, assuming they'll allow us into their queue, into their wonderful shop. Get a cookie for later.
It might be a virtual queue today because of it being a Saturday.
And then we're going to go Blaze because we've not done Blaze since our travel day, I suppose, which was last Thursday. So
I'm not going to get the maple syrup stuff on my pizza.
No.
Because I want savoury after Gaston's.
Yeah.
That is a hefty old cinnamon roll. I don't think I've ever eaten something that big.
No. It's weird, it's like one of those things that you think, God, how have I never had it? But there's so much to do and have.
There is.
That you can come every year and still not do it all.
I've still not had a Dole Whip yet either.
This holiday,
and that's my fave.
But I think that's also, there's so much new stuff to try with the 50th stuff. So it's like, do you go and have the tried and tested, or do you try something new? I think you said this the last time we were here, but the Grand Floridian is so nice. They even have nice bins. Very nice. As far as bins go, see, the bins at our resort are a bin with a sticker on it.
We're at Blaze.
Yes, we are.
We've got pizza.
Yes, we have.
And we found vegan chorizo. And it's Saturday. So anybody who knows us knows what happens on a Saturday.
And so we've kind of replicated it, but on a pizza.
I've got mushrooms, vegan chorizo, banana pepper, green pepper, red pepper, vegan cheese, gluten-free base.
And mine has got a normal base, vegan chorizo, garlic, red onion,
garlic too,
and mushrooms.
It's all gone. Ate it all.
Yeah. Both pizzas disappeared. How did you find the vegan chorizo?
It was nice. Like, it was just like some kind of like spicy meat substitute.
Like crumbly, wasn't it? Like meat crumbles. It was almost like mince.
Yeah. But it was nice. I got very excited when I saw it. I didn't see it the last time we came here.
No.
Did you tell them about Gideon's 5.5-hour line?
No, I didn't.
We went to Gideon's. It was Saturday. We knew it would be busy. We got there and the man said, oh, it's like National Cookie Day or something. It's 5.5-hour wait.
That was supposed to be pudding. And now we've got to find somewhere else. There's Haagen-Dazs close by. We've already scoped out a few other places on the way here.
Yeah.
5.5 hours return time for Gideon. You get one of these? Nice cake mate.
Oh yes. Tis mine.
Yes. How is it?
Really good. Just how I remember it. I've just finished my Amorettes and it was delicious. It tasted like, you know when you were a kid and you used to get like a 4-pack of chocolate mousses? It kind of tasted a bit like that, but like next level chocolate mousse. And then it had like these crunchy little balls in there as well. Yeah, it was really good. I did want to get the celebration cake, which is like $22.
It's sold out.
Yeah, and they had loads. They were putting loads in when we first went in there to scout out our...
And it's only been a couple of hours.
Yeah, so if you do want one of those celebration cakes, then get here early. Bit much like Gideon.
Exactly.
We just found these. I don't think we've seen them before.
No, I don't think so either.
With an extra long tag.
There we are.
So Kerry, get looking at these and see how we can make some of these.
We've been here, well, it feels like a week and a half, and finally there is a Christmas magic band.
Yeah. So it matches my Spirit jersey that I got.
Yeah. It's strange. There's no. It says it's limited, but there's no. I can't see a date on it. Given the way these vlogs are probably going to come out, this will be out well after New Year. But it's just the what is it? The 3rd or 4th of December, and they've got their Happy New Year stuff out. Well, they've got a T-shirt for New Year.
Oh man, this whole travelling during the COVID pandemic is proving to be interesting, to say the least. We're having a nice evening at Disney Springs, so I think the last thing that you might have seen was Ellie describing her dessert from Amorette, and maybe a bit of shopping in World of Disney. And we then both got an email from Virgin just saying that the rules have again changed for people returning from abroad. Previously, we had already had to amend our return home tests. We had booked our day 2 antigen tests, which were like lateral flow tests. I think American call them antigen and we call them lateral flows. So we booked those, and then the government rules changed to say that that was no longer enough and we needed to take a day 2 PCR test. So I think I probably said about that a few days ago. So we got an email from the test providers to say that that test was no longer relevant. So they were going to give us that credit towards booking the PCR tests, which has now been done. But the email we got tonight was that we now need to take an antigen test 2 days or within 2 days of returning home. So we had to then basically rush home and book it, because you don't know what it's like in terms of availability, costs, you just got no idea. So luckily I brought a laptop with me, so we're able to get online properly, have a look. We were able to ring a few places. Long and short of it is we managed to find that there's a particular type of provider over here. There's a few different ones, but it's all kind of private, so it's really difficult to get costs first of all. So we managed to find a company called Advent Health, and their name just kept cropping up over and over again, so we figured that they were fairly reputable. As it turns out, they've got a testing station at the airport. We rang the number asking if we could book, because a lot of things were talking about like walk-ups, but we obviously didn't want to be doing that with such short notice. And she was talking about yeah you can do it, that's fine, we'll book you in. $179 per person. You get a 20-minute appointment with the doctor. They give you a full health check, and we were like, we kind of don't need all of that. It's just this antigen test. And luckily, I was looking online at the same time that Ellie was talking to the Advent Health people, and I said, what about the test at the airport, which I found? And she confirmed, yep, we still do that, and we managed to book that, and that's $65 each. So that's what we've been doing tonight, is booking that, finding out what we're doing. It's been mad, really. I guess you kind of forget, or you do your best to forget that it's been going on. Of course, the pandemic's still out there, but depending on what theme park you go to, Universal, for example, you would think that it's not a thing at the minute. No masks, nothing. Obviously, Disney make you wear them indoors, because I'm guessing that is the official rule. But Universal kind of make light suggestions that perhaps wearing a mask indoors might be the right thing to do. So anyway, yeah, we booked it, and it was just a really weird end to the day, because we were having a nice kind of relaxing day on purpose, and had a nice dinner at Blaze, and we were just kind of mooching around Disney Springs, and then we get that, and it's like, quick, we need to get this sorted. But thankfully we have got it sorted, and we've still got some nice plans for the week, but it just kind of means that Thursday is going to be a bit of a on top of travelling home, we've got to go and get that done. And then of course it's, well, what time do you book your test? We opted for 2 for our 6 o'clock flight. So we'll get there in enough time and go and do that. It's a 15-minute test result, so it shouldn't be too bad. And to be honest, I'm sure that this is like standard practice. The fact that they operate at the airport, I'm sure people that travel all over the world have to go and do that. So I'm sure it's not as big of a deal as it seems to us, where it's like, oh my God, we need to get it sorted. And we brought some lateral flows with us anyway. And Ellie's just taken one now, and I assume you're negative because I've not heard any nonsense. So that's the second one that's been taken this holiday. So it's best to check. I mean, we'd like to know before we go and take the test themselves at the airport. But you know, neither of us have any symptoms. Touch wood, and you know, we're fine, and we're sort of being as safe as we possibly can.
Yeah, it's just especially for somebody like me you don't worry about anything, but that's all I do is worry about stuff. So as soon as I saw the email, I was like, oh God. And it is like, I know that people need to stay safe, and you know, we need to get tested.
Do you mind socially distancing, please?
I'm safe. You're the one that's not tested. But it's just like, you know, it's hard enough as it is abroad. Like, and Virgin just sent this very vague email. It wasn't like, right, here's where you can go, here's the link that you can book. It was just a vague email of, oh yeah, you need to do this.
That's true actually, because
thanks for the help, Virgin.
Yeah, because it just said you need to take a PCR or a lateral flow. Well, we've got lateral flows because we brought them with us, and it took a while to find that it didn't include NHS self-administered ones. And you would assume that's the case because otherwise you could just get anyone to take it, but it didn't specify that. And if you didn't then delve even deeper and just think, well, it says lateral flows, we've got lateral flows, and rock up at the airport with your negative self-administered one,
they'll be like, no,
and they turn you, yeah. So you kind of, the information doesn't help, and also it's kind of the information is sent without any forethought into who's receiving it. And of course, who's receiving it is people that are on holiday, they're in a foreign country, away from home. Some people might only have their phones with them, so they haven't necessarily got great access to the internet.
So it's a good job Mitchell did have his laptop, because I was trying to look on my phone, trying to be helpful. And it's almost impossible. Like, not everyone brings a laptop or an iPad on holiday with them. And the fact that Virgin have sent this really vague email with no other information, like, Virgin, that's not cool. Like, that's not cool.
Yeah, and I assume they must be adapting to the information as well, and I'd rather have some information than no information, of course. Like, I don't want them to tell me the day before I fly, but the date today is well, I guess, what is it today? It's the 4th or the 3rd? It's the 4th, and the rules come into place from the 7th. So I guess for those people that are flying on the 7th, they need to get the information out there ASAP. We don't fly till the 9th, so that gives us a bit more leeway. But it would just be, just a bit more forethought, really, to stop any kind of panic. I mean, we've said many, many times this holiday that it's stressful for us to adults without children, elderly relatives. You know, you see all sorts of groups of families coming to Florida, and that's us, as I said, to relatively young adults with our heads screwed on and internet access, etc. But if you've got a big old family, no internet access, it's going to be even more stressful.
And also, we stopped at the reception at All Star Movies. They gave us this pamphlet thing, which turns out not to be quite what we needed. I then phoned Disney's customer service or whatever it is. They're not linked to the reception. It's somewhere else. And all she could give me was nothing on Disney. Disney don't do anything like that, but I can have a quick look for you. Which I would have thought that Disney would have had, especially with everything that's going on. And what if somebody was in the hotel and was like, I think I've got COVID, what should I do? we don't know. You have to look yourselves. And so I was a bit, well, Disney should have like locations around the area, because what if they did have somebody that had symptoms that said, I need to get tested, where should I go? And they're like,
well, that you could kind of go down that same path, because this leaflet here that they gave us, this is the first time that we came across the name Advent Health, and if you had no internet access and no kind of prior information as to what you needed, if you ring this Advent Health number and you get through to reception and say you need to book that antigen test, they then book you in for that $179 health check with the doctor, which in theory is not what you need. It will give you what you need, but it's an awful lot more than you need. So it can kind of lead you down the garden path, as they say, to a very expensive end result, which, again, it's Disney, they're not doctors, I do appreciate that, but international travel being what it is, everything being up in the air, like Ellie said, you'd think it'd be a case of, right, here's what you need to do in that regard, X, Y, and Z, these are the places you go to take a test. Because, yeah, what if there was an outbreak in the hotel? What if someone thinks they've got COVID and they need the information? You know, what are you going to do? It's not like you're immune to it just because you're in the Disney bubble, unfortunately. But this has been quite a long ramble, obviously. It's kind of just getting my thoughts out there because it's very new. Like, let's say we got home about an hour ago and we've been trying to book it since, so I wanted to get on and just speak about it before it's out there. And I realised these vlogs are going up weekly. By the time this particular one goes up, I mean, this is day 9 of our holiday, so this one isn't going to be coming out probably until February. So by then, this is all going to be, you know, this current new information is going to be in the past, whether it's even still valid or not. But for us anyway, it's been quite a stressful little end to the evening. But thankfully, we were able to kind of navigate some of the stress by doing what we thought was right. And I would imagine for others it might be a bit more complicated because of the way the information went out there, and as stressful as it could be. We were at Disney Springs looking at our phones. We weren't in Magic Kingdom on a ride. You know, you might not get that until tomorrow morning, and then it's even later. But anyway, well, all that said, I still need to end the vlog. So if that information is still relevant or valid, hopefully it helps a couple of people. It does help to have a look around, and perhaps as this becomes more of a commonly required test, then people are going to be aware of the fact you can get it done at the airport, and it will just help save people a lot of stress and probably a lot of money. But we've still got a long time of our holiday left, which is important. Sometimes I like to think of the holidays how I'd feel if I was at work. So for example, it's Saturday night, and so if I was at work, I'd still have Sunday off, and you still got half your weekend. Never mind the fact that we've got all of next week off. So we've still got an awful long time left of our holiday. Looking forward to the days that we've got planned. We've already made changes to next week, but we'll go into that as the days approach. But it should be a really good day tomorrow, and I'll get into that in the morning when we're up and about. So thanks very much for watching. I think I said it a few days ago, anyone that wants to like and subscribe and do all of that stuff, I'm sure it will help us out, especially with our new videos that will be seen by only a handful of people. So good night, thank you very much, we'll catch you in the morning.